everyone, welcome. Here is a quick warm-up that you can use that will incorporate self-defense tactics and also get your body moving so you can get up out of your chair right now. You can also get up out of your chair if you're sitting for long periods of time, every 50 minutes. Get up every 50 minutes and do some sort of movement. It does not have to be this whole thing. It can be anything you want. Just please get up out of your chair and lubricate those joints. Okay, so hands up in front of your face tells the bad guy that, tells him three things. A, you don't want this to be happening. It also tells cameras that might be filming that you are trying to de-escalate the situation. It also is a psychological barrier to the bad guy. So even though it's just hands, it still presents a psychological barrier. And it also gets you ready in case you are not able to de-escalate. You are ready to either throw palm strikes, elbows, whatever you need to do. You are here, and it takes away that split second from bringing your hands up from here. They're already in place. Okay, so it does those three things. We are going to incorporate this into a split squat, is what we call it in the fitness world. One foot is in front, one foot is in back. The front foot is fully planted on the entire foot. The back foot is more on the ball of your toes, just like how we walk, right? Have these hands up here while you let yourself drop down, push the ground away. Think of and feel that full foot connection to the ground. Big toe, little toe, and heel. That triangle is very important for that ground connection to make all of these muscles up your leg fire. And yep, the glutes too, because nobody is mad at a nice pair of glutes, right? So feel that whole foot connection. Let your body weight drop down, push into the ground, and feel how it activates all of those muscles on that leg. You should feel a little bit more of the leg in front than the leg in back. Now switch your stance. Now the other leg is planted. Get that full foot planted. Feel that you have those 3 points of contact. Big toe, little toe, and heel. You're like, this is like my foot, my hand. Keep those hands up. Here's our psychological barrier to the bad guy. Here is showing all the cameras that we don't want this to happen. And here is also, if we are forced to meet force with force, we're ready to do this. We are in position and ready. Still focusing on when you bring yourself back up from the ground, you're pushing into the ground. Feel how it activates that whole leg. And it's totally normal if one side is harder to balance, or one side, maybe you don't feel the contraction in all the muscles as well. All of that is totally normal because no one is completely symmetrical. Even high-level Olympic athletes are not 100% symmetrical, so that is normal. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to come to the ground. What you're going to do, one of my mentors, Tony Blauer, has developed a spear system. Spear, he kind of puts his hands here, and you can see, to me, it looks like a spade as well. Of course, a spade and a spear are similar things. So we're going to have this position with our hands when we come down into a plank. This position here, you are also different than a traditional plank. You're going to maintain a little bit of a bend in your elbow. So we're not going to be fully locked out. You're going to maintain a bend. And I want you to feel that your muscles are holding you away from the earth. And I want you to envision that this could be, if someone comes to grab you, you're creating space. You're pushing yourself away from them. When we do, say, push-ups, we are not pushing the earth away, okay? So people sometimes ask, well, what if they're stronger than me? I can't push them away. No, we also can't push the earth away, but when I do a push-up, I'm pushing myself away from the ground. So putting your hands and fingers in that spear position, you are going to look through this spade as you're holding yourself in that plank position, okay? And this does not have to be for a long period of time. With my fitness clients, I'm a huge fan of short duration, good form planks. So if you choose to come up on your toes, look through that spear, envision that you're holding your attacker away from you, you're maintaining space, Come down and rest if you need to. The other part of a plank is basically our very good posture that we want to have when we're standing up in life. Now, that doesn't mean that things don't change. They do. As we breathe, things move. But envision when you need that strength and power that you have within you. It's there. You have it. Every single one of you has it. When you need that, then we are tensing things. We're squeezing glutes. We're bracing core. Imagine, I was telling my training classes, imagine if I'm going to come over and kick you, what are you going to do? So that's what bracing the core means. Let me show you the same thing on the knees. So still create that space, look through it, and you can do the same thing on the knees. Notice that my hips are tucked. I am not here because then I can't engage and brace my core as well. Those elbows are still bent because I'm using my muscles to keep my attacker away from me. Let me give you a different view. So I still have that same posture where my elbows are bent. So you feel your muscles holding your body weight away from the ground. Envision you're holding this attacker away from you so he can't close any more space, or she. And glutes are still squeezed, and feel how that braces your core. When you squeeze your glutes, it totally braces your core because the glutes are an intricate part of our core. They are a very important part of our core. We're going to do one more thing. Oh, also, if say you're at the office and you can't do this on the ground, or it's just, whatever, it's going to look weird, you can come up against the wall. I realize this is not a wall, but you can do the same thing up against a wall, bracing yourself up against a wall and pushing yourself away from that wall. And most of us, pretty much every room that we're in, we have a wall. It's just that mine is over there right now. The next thing that we're going to do, we're going to come down. We're going to envision knee strikes. We are very strong with our legs. Ladies specifically, we tend to be stronger with our legs than we are with our upper body. That's just how we're made. We're going to use that strength. This is a very strong weapon. This is a really strong bony weapon, our knees. We're going to come down to the ground. Let's, for this one, let's be a little bit more in a traditional plank where our arms and hands are a little bit wider than our shoulders. Let's have that sort of posture, or that sort of spacing. What's the word? Can't think of it right now. Still pushing into that ground. Come into your plank. If you can, on your toes, even for a couple seconds, bring a knee up. Switch, bring the other knee up. You can go at whatever speed you want. This can be very slow. Actually, lots of times it's harder to do things slower than it is faster. Or it can be faster if you want to get your heart rate up real quick. You want to do 10 seconds, just bang it out, get it over with, get that heart rate up. It can also be faster. Imagine that you are driving these knees in to keep yourself safe. So now this is a knee strike. And also in the fitness world, we call these mountain climbers. So a lot of things go by different names. This is a way to put some self-defense tactics behind your functional movement. So feel free to use these whenever you want. Get back with me with any questions, and I will see you on the next one.